Hello beautiful people and welcome to the ultimate guide on the gems in Age of Empires Mobile. And why exactly am I using this term, the ultimate guide? Because I'm gonna start all the way at the bottom and explain everything all the way up. What else you're gonna see in this episode? Yes, I'm gonna give you a tier list of the best gems possible in Age of Empires right now. And I'm also gonna explain you why that is the case. And we're gonna take a couple of examples. Don't worry about it, because that's the way how you should approach these games. You should watch this type of videos till the end to understand exactly how this thing works and what exactly do you need. And after that, you're gonna jump in game and start working towards your build, as that's the fastest way, as you are avoiding a ton of mistakes. So buckle up and let's start. We see here three types of gems which have three different forms. But each of these types have more tier levels. Now what you don't see here is actually the white level. But then we see the green one, after that is blue, after that is purple, and after that is gold. But guess what? It goes actually far higher in the gold tier, because you can see here I have three type of siege gems, which are basically super useless, and I can combine them to a higher tier level. Good. So from that perspective, let's start with this type of gem, which is kind of a square one. This one is increasing all units attack. This one is increasing all units defense. This one is increasing your health of your units. This one is increasing the amount of units you can have in a march. And this is the gathering gem. Now, what exactly does it mean? A higher health or higher defense or a higher attack? Because if you go have a look at your units, depending on what tier level you have obtained, you can see that each type of these units have their stats. Attack, health, defense, and load is basically just for gathering. Good, let's have a look at the second type of gem, which is this one. And these are specific hero gems. Boosting the might, boosting the strategy, boosting the armor, boosting the siege, which is basically useless, and boosting all hero attributes. And how exactly do they work? As each hero has a slightly different design in Age of Empires Mobile. Some heroes benefit from might, doing more damage. Some heroes benefit from the strategy, like Mr. Hannibal. It's also, by the way, an awesome hero, because might also works on him. But don't worry, we're gonna give you a couple of examples. We also have heroes which the armor boosts their performance, and this is basically a gem which increases all these stats: might, strategy, armor, siege, with a smaller value. Now let's have a look at the third type of gems, and this is where it gets a bit complicated, but again, fear not, as I will gonna explain to you exactly how to understand which one of these you're gonna need. So we have heroes with a passive damage, we have heroes with secondary skills, we have heroes with active skills, we have heroes with turn skill damage, we have heroes healing your units, and we have troop normal attack damage up. Now, how exactly should you figure out which one of these gems fits on which hero? It's not just that, but also when it comes down to this particular gem, how to figure out which hero actually benefits from might or from strategy or from armor. And let's go take a couple of examples, and let's have a look at our beloved Mulan. So you can click obviously on her skill, and here you see that she does might damage. That pretty much clarifies that she needs the might gems. But you can click on her signature skill, and what you can do, you can either read all this, but there's still going to be a lot of players still not understanding exactly what type of gem do I need, and therefore we have this sign over here, these two cross swords. So let's click on it, and this list opens up, and let's have a look in this list. Where is this exact icon? Here we go, secondary strike. So Mulan, we're gonna need a gem with secondary strike. So let's have a look at my chest, which is this one, and here you go, hero secondary strike skill up. Therefore I'm using this. As for example, if I were to use a gem like this, hero healing, or this one, active skill damage, this literally have zero effect on Mulan. Let's take another example. Let's have a look at, Bellevue. And we click on her signature skill, and then we see this icon over here. Let's click on it and let's find it. That's a passive skill. Now let's have a look at my chest, by the way, and see what gems do I have. hero passive skill damage up. That's why I'm using this. She has a passive skill, not an active skill. Good. Let's have a look, for example, at Yodit. Why not? We click on her signature skill and we see this sign over here. Interesting. So this hero has an active skill. Therefore, if we go have a look at the chest, here is exactly what you see. Hero active skill damage up, because that's the one working. But good, beautiful people, I'm gonna do a separate video when it comes down to the gear, because it's super important again to explain from all the way down, all the way up, how to approach this, the star level, the level in itself, which pieces are the most important. Let me give you a hint, the chest and the helm, by the way. And now let's continue by doing the gem tier list. And let's go back to the gem list, as a lot of people are saying in general that this gem over here, hero capacity, is the best one in Age of Empires. And while this is a very strong gem, no question about it for me, its value, there is a better one, especially when it comes down to rallies versus rallies, which is exactly what you experienced this weekend in KVK. So from that perspective, the best gem possible is actually this one. All units health up. And let me explain you why. Now the game is super young right now, meaning in other words, we don't have that many players which already have unlocked the tier 7 units. Because if we have a look at the stats, they have far higher stats when we have a look at the health, at defense, at the attack, comparing with level 6 or comparing with level 5. Therefore, in a rally, always the lower tier units will gonna die first. Meaning, in other words, for the time being, me having all level 7s, what happens on the battlefield in a rally versus rally situation, the units tier 6, tier 5, tier 4 and so on will gonna die first, meaning that my march capacity is pretty much remains intact, doing damage all this time at its maximum capacity, at its maximum potential. But there is going to be a moment in a couple of months in which you're going to see far more players actually getting also tier 7. And up that point, what you're going to observe in a rally versus rally situation is that you're going to start to lose units far faster, and having less units in your march will automatically mean you're going to do less damage. So from this perspective, the health gem, it's far better than the capacity one, at least when it comes down to the rally versus rally. Now, after that, obviously, there is no way around it. Yes, the march capacity is indeed a super strong and valuable gem. And after that, yeah, we're gonna have to go have a look at these specific gems, which are might or strategy or armor. These are the most important ones, and these are depending on the hero design, because there are some heroes getting buffed only from might or only from strategy or only from armor, but we also have cases, and I will really want to show you this one, which is Mr. Hannibal, which is a great hero, but here you have to pay attention. It is a great hero because I have it at 5 stars. Meaning, in other words, if you do not have the possibility to push that hard and that fast to have it at 5 stars, Lubu is going to be far better. And when we have a look at his signature skills, this is exactly what you're seeing here. He does might damage, but he also does strategy damage, because when it comes down to his gloves, for example, he will benefit from strategy but also from might. So it's a pretty interesting hero. And right after that, obviously, we have to talk about these gems which are boosting the specific design of a hero, either the passive skill damage, or if the hero has a secondary strike, or if a hero has an active skill, and so on and so on. So this is basically more or less the tier list when it comes down to the gems. Okay, beautiful people, so as I mentioned, I feel the need to do a video specifically when it comes down to the gear. And if you found value in this work, in this episode, let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to share with us your questions regarding this stuff, because that's exactly the way you should approach this type of games. First, you must understand exactly how these toys work, what exactly do you need, or how to find out which gems do you need. And after that comes the moment in which you jump in the game and start working on the specific gems depending on your specific setup. Meaning, in other words, beautiful people, yeah, don't forget to support what supports you back. And the best way to do so is 100% free, as you can subscribe to this channel, Share this channel with your friends. Obviously, watch my videos till the end. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in the next awesome episode. Ciao, ciao, ciao.